Quiet on set. We're live in 5, 4, 3.
Action.
The students they play all the different roles in the film, not only from a character perspective, but at the very outset of filming, all of the students were divided up. They decided which film they wanted to do, and so each period has a different film. We have Nosferatu, Phantom of the Opera, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I play Quasimodo, aka the Hunchback, in The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I was the director for Nosferatu.
I was the makeup director for the Phantom of the Opera.
Well, I'm playing Nosferatu, and it's Dracula is who it is.
I had to pick up the role as the Phantom, and I didn't plan on actually acting. I planned on being behind the scenes as a director.
I was the cleaning lady for booth 5, which was just like a minor role. I also am part of the promotion staff.
I report to the director, which is kind of interesting. I'm the assistant director.
It was kind of like unbelievable because he was like, we're making a movie. And we were all like, what? We're making a movie right now? Like, are we going to be able to do this? But I mean, we did, so it should be good.
I was excited because this is my first film and
It's going to your college, isn't it?
it's going to my college, so they're going to see this as my portfolio.
Students then actually, after watching the film, had to break the film down into its fundamental components, its fundamental scenes, and then analyze what do we need at each scene. After analyzing each scene, we created storyboards, and then by scene, spell out what we need.
As the director, I went over the original script of Nosferatu, decided what scenes we wanted, basically directed the actors and the other departments on what they were supposed to do for those scenes, and then helped the editing director compile it all at the end. The most challenging part was, since it was an adaptation, it wasn't straight from the book, so we had to work with modern technology and what people had.
And we're not using any school equipment for editing or filming purposes, and we're using something called a minimalist approach, where we're using everything from just little handheld cameras to the video feature on digital cameras.
Originally, I didn't want to do it. Coming into it, I didn't know what I was going to do. And then they were talking, who wanted to be Nosferatu, and no one raised their hand, so I was just like, okay, yeah, I'll do it, let's do it.
The most challenging part was finding places to film.
The makeup, just getting it off, it did not come off at all. It was not very cooperative. And it was also just acting, it was the first time I've ever acted in any kind of anything, just getting in character, but we got it.
We're trying to gather everyone. Usually working with most other people was the hardest part.
Location and getting everything started was a bit difficult.
Coordination of schedules.
The only thing I didn't like was getting the makeup on, because we would take like tissues and kind of glue it onto my face with latex, and it smelled really bad, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So it was just an all-around good experience, and I really, really liked it.
We first started out working on the Phantom's face. We used tissues, like Kleenexes, and we had special glue to put it on his face, and then we covered it with foundation and made it look scary.
It was this really long process when we first started, but they started getting better at it, so it became gradually shorter. But I have like black makeup on, and then I have this white makeup to make my cheekbones look higher. And then I have like ears, and I was supposed to have fingers, but I didn't have those. And I have 2 teeth.
A couple of times, we walked past a couple of classrooms, and people that were in there were just like, I think they were thinking, did I just see what I really just saw? That was always entertaining.
Funny story is, we have a cameo role by someone called Pinky Toe. And what we had was, we have a scene in Hunchback of Notre Dame where Esmeralda is being tortured in a torture chamber, And the young lady who was playing Esmeralda didn't want her foot to be shown, so we had a stand-in by the name of Pinky Toe. And so Pinky Toe is now being shown being cut off in the film. And we had the stand-in Pinky Toe.
I guess I just really liked when, after a scene was done and it went really well, it was just such an elation because it got done. We weren't stressed about it anymore.
Probably following them around when they were filming because it was silent, so they could say whatever they wanted to, so they would have these goofy conversations.
Filming, I thought it was kind of fun. I mean, I bet it was great for the people that had like bigger roles too, because I was only in one scene, but yeah, it was fun just dressing up and the makeup and everything.
The most fun part was probably just acting, just doing it, like getting the character, really.
I thought it was pretty fun whenever we got to navigate around school a lot, do other shots like the basement and the auditorium.
It's so much fun for them to get a chance to step outside the normal day-to-day classroom activity and to actually put on the hat of being a part of the film industry. And my students in all 3 classes have exceeded my expectations in every regard. Until a student has immersed themselves in the process of making their own film, you really need that experience to help really appreciate what goes into the film industry. I mean, you can see films on how to make a film, you can watch a film and get some type of superficial appreciation for it, but until you're actually immersed in it yourself and confronted with deadlines, with multiple personalities who have conflicting interests and conflicting goals and who believe that their vision of the film is one thing and your vision of the film is something else. Well, until you're confronted with that, you don't have a real appreciation for what a director and department head goes through.
When I first came into that class, I didn't really know anyone, just a few people, and then when I started acting, doing the thing, I got to interact with some other people, and now we're friends.
All of us became close friends, I would say.
Became very fond of each other and it made it a lot easier to act around each other.
I definitely don't think I would have interacted with a lot of the class because you have your friends and then whenever you have partner projects you just work with them, but I got to know a lot of people I probably wouldn't have originally, so that was fun sometimes.
The whole thing is just exceedingly well done by the students. So my job really was facilitation. They took the ball and ran with it. It was their project, their result.